What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to Radiohead. Yes, indeed, Radiohead Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined, doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Arthur Romanovsky, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 50% of the vote, moving from number 864 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Radiohead with a song called The Trickster. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hold everything, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Radiohead, and surprise, surprise, and the video has 246,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Trickster. That's all I got. We do have some artwork here. It does say Radiohead. I guess it comes off the album My Iron Lung, or maybe that was the single. I don't know. Look, this is the link I was given, okay? So if we're not in the right spot, don't blame me. Blame the requester, because this is the link that I was given. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Trickster's meaningless. Trickster is weak. He's talking out the world. Talking out the world. This is only halfway.
This is the chorus.
This is only halfway. I wanted you so
Going back into the verse.
bad I couldn't say.
The verses, I'm digging the verses. It's that progression, that downward progression. It's not completely chromatic. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh. We're in G or G? No, we're on G. We're on G. So we're on a G. G to F sharp to F. I got those three. Do we go to the E or do we skip the E and go to a D sharp and then D?
Wanted you so bad, and I couldn't say. All things fall apart. So bad, and I couldn't say. All things fall apart.
Don't love, oh, da, 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 to the minor third. Okay, so G to the A sharp, to the F sharp, going up to the going up to the A sharp again, the F to the F to the A sharp again, up to now we slide up to the flat six, which would be the D sharp and then D. Skip the C, skip the 4, and go down to the A sharp, A, G. I think. Hold on one second. Let's see if I'm right about this.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Okay, first things first. Am I right about the G? Yes, it's G. So G. Yeah, we do skip the C. Okay, I thought so. I thought we were skipping that C. All right, so G to G. Is that right? Let's see if I'm right about this.
Couldn't say. All things fall apart.
Okay, so here we're here, right?
This is only halfway. I wanted you so bad, and I couldn't say. All things fall apart. We wanted that so bad, we couldn't say. These things fall apart. What's up?
C, A, G. Okay, now what's the timing on that?
What's talking out the world's talking out.
So it's 3, 4. So it's 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4.
What's talking out the world's
Yeah, it's 3. It's 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4. So it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's C, A, G.
What's talking out the world's talking out the world.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good way to resolve out. Good way to resolve out. Doing the 4 to the 4 to the 3 for just a 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to make sure we resolve out and make sure that we're not doing that 3 again, we're not just going to do 4, 4. We're going to do 2 measures of 4, 4 on that G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and while we're doing that, building and building and building and building through that 2 measure. That's nice. It's smart. It's really smart. As far as the riff itself goes, it's not hard. I mean, I seriously just plucked it out of the air. It's not a hard riff to follow. It's not. I wanted to be sure of 2 things. One, I wanted to make sure I was starting on the correct note, and as it turns out, I was. And the chromatic, I just wanted to make sure I was, because I knew the G to the F sharp to the F was there. I wasn't sure if we were doing E to D or D sharp to D. I wasn't 100% sure. I wanted to say D sharp, and as it turns out, I was correct, but I wanted to be sure. And then we skip the 4, we skip the C, and go right to the minor third, the 2, and the 1, which would be the A sharp, A, G. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. It makes perfect sense. It's actually very commercially appealing. It sounds good. I dig it. I like the next section, though. I guess we can call that the bridge. The C to the A, a 4/4 measure of C, 4/4 measure of A, 3/4 measure of G, 4/4 measure of A, C, 4/4 measure of A, and then 2 4/4 measures of G, where we get that build into what I believe is now the chorus. Smart. It's smart songwriting. Not mind-blowing, but it's very strategic and it's very intelligent. If not so much from a complexity standpoint, but more from a this makes sense standpoint. You know what I mean? It's not impressive, but it makes perfect sense. It really does. Let's keep going here. That one chromatic up. Okay. And we're gonna go down now. No, we're gonna stay there. Nice. On the downbeat. Done. The perfect facsimile is stuck it out. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Building. That rhythmic pattern. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Very Latin with that type of rhythmic pattern. I like that. This was nice. This is one of the nicer Radiohead songs I think I've heard. Like I said, I wouldn't say anything's mind-blowing, but everything makes perfect sense. Like everything that was in there, I never once found myself scratching my head going, I wonder why they did that. Like I have done in so many other Radiohead songs. Where they've done things and I sit there and go, why? Why did they do that? No, this song? No, that never happened. Everything in this song made sense. So, no confusion, no head scratching, very straight ahead, not complex, but it's definitely not having to sit there and make you wonder why, which is, for me, is always kind of a big plus. So, anyway, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Radiohead with The Trickster. This was a request from Arthur Romanovsky, and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 50% of the vote, moving it from number 864 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, everything about the song made sense. Okay, everything, there was never a time where I sat there and went, oh, what in the world are they doing? Why are they doing that? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't sound right. What were they thinking? You know, that never happened with this song. Everything that they did made perfect sense. Having said that, what they did, would I classify that necessarily as impressive? No, I wouldn't call it impressive, but it was very well done. And it was definitely, it was clean, it was organized, it was well set up, and I have no issue with the song whatsoever. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think this is, for me personally, for my own personal listening, when it comes to Radiohead songs, this might be one of my favorites. This might be one of my top Radiohead songs that I personally enjoyed. Because it did make sense. It was well structured. It was well laid out. It was well thought out. It was well organized. We had some, definite, misdirections happening, but the misdirections, even with the misdirections, it made, like, for example, that 3/4 section, the one measure of 3/4 from the C to the A to the 3/4 measure of the G, back up to the 4/4 for the C, 4/4 for the A, and then to resolve out of it, 2 measures of 4/4 for the G to give it a chance to build and 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 build. And I was like, that makes perfect sense. Even with the misdirection with the 3/4, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. I actually dug it. I think that was one of my favorite parts of the whole song. So look, the reason I'm talking so much about it right now is this. The score doesn't necessarily reflect how I personally feel, okay? But it is the song that, from an objective standpoint, I do feel the song deserves. So let's get to that score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, objectively, being purely objective here, I'm going to give this a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, 7.4. What does that mean exactly? Well, a 7.4 would translate to a really good scale rating, so I think it's a really good song. It would get 4 out of 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Yeah, a B+. So there you go, a 7.4, really good scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with the score? So glad you asked. Okay, here's the deal, folks. I dug the song. I absolutely dug the song. And when it comes to Radiohead songs, this is definitely in the top half. Radiohead has got to be the most polarizing band I have on the channel. I have gone anywhere from, I'm not even exaggerating this, folks. This is fact. I've given Radiohead songs as low as 2s, okay? I've gone down into the 2s and 3s for Radiohead songs, and I've also gone all the way up into the 8s and even 9s for Radiohead songs. They hit all points of the spectrum with me. They really do, and this is like one of the only bands that does this. Usually when it comes to bands, they'll usually hover somewhere. They'll be somewhere in the 7 to 8 range, the 8 to 9 range, the 5 to 6 range. And sometimes they may stray a little bit, one way or the other. Like, I'll give, like, okay, here's an example. Love Bites, for example. Okay, Love Bites. I've given them 8s. I've given them 9s. I've given them a couple of 7s, but nowhere near as many 8s and 9s as I've given them. When it comes, every single time I do a reaction to Radiohead, the first thing that comes into my mind is, I wonder where this one's going to end up, because I really don't know. I have no clue. We've been everywhere. I don't think we've been down the 1s. I don't think we've gone that far down, but I know I've given them at least 1, 2. I know I've given them at least a score of 2. I think it was like a 2.3 or something like that. But then again, I've also given them high 8s and low 9s as well. So I mean, it's everywhere. So you never know with Radiohead. In this case, we're ending up with a 7.4. What they played, was it complex? The melodic lines, the chordal pattern, the chordal progression, was it impressive? No, I wouldn't say it's impressive, but like I said, everything made sense. Everything lined up. There was never a time where I went, wonder why they did that. No, even that 3/4 measure, like I said, when they went down to in the pre-chorus for the C, 4/4 of C, 4/4 of A, to 3/4 of G, back up to 4/4 of C, 4/4 of A, 2 measures of 4/4 of G. It all made sense. It all lined up. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard it going through, I was like, that was odd. I mean, it didn't sound bad. It didn't sound off killer, but it did sound a little odd. I just didn't get the counting. Once I got the counting, I was like, okay, I see what they were doing there. They shortened up the transitional note, and then when they came back the second time around, they made up for it. Okay, that makes perfect sense. No, and that's the thing when it came to this song. Everything made perfect sense. I never sat there and went, what the heck are they doing? The vocals, Tom's vocals on this fit, it absolutely fit like a glove. His style of vocal fit this song to a T. The drumming, solid, not impressive, but solid across the board. Guitar playing, same thing as the drumming, solid. Nothing I would say would be all that impressive, but it was solid across the board. The bass playing, my favorite part of the song. I love the bass movement, especially in the chorus, where he kind of took a little bit more of a melodic, I don't know if I would say melodic, maybe not harmonic either, counter melodic. He took definitely a counter melodic approach, and I like that. I like where he was going. Up on the neck, doing a lot of thirds, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Down to the 5, to the 7, to the 5, to the 7, or 4, 5, 7, 5, 4, and then going back out to the root, root 2, 3, 2, root. And it's just a lot of movement, a lot of great melodic movement within the bass, especially in the verse. Not the verse, the chorus. The verses in the pre-chorus, not so much. It was pretty much follow the leader along with the guitar, but the choruses were cool as far as the bass goes. Now look, I think it's a really good song. I do. I dug it, and I would definitely put this as one of my more enjoyable experiences with Radiohead, without question. Would I listen to the song again? I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say yes. I mean, okay. If it comes on, I won't fast forward. I won't change the channel. I won't skip it. I'll enjoy it. I'll listen to it and I'll groove to it. Am I ever gonna go looking for this? I'm not gonna say no, because I might be. Listen, moods happen with me where it does happen where I'm in the mood to listen to a song like this. It's rare, but it does happen. So I would put this, up in contention of being one of those songs that when I'm in the mood for a song like this, and I'm in just kind of a laid back, and I just want to groove type of feel thing. Yeah, maybe instead of putting on jazz, maybe I'll put this on. It's very possible. So anyway, 7.4. It's a really good score, and that's exactly what I feel this song deserves. So let's wrap everything up here in nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.4, which is a really good scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.